Okay, the beds are finished, at least for now. What we did, this bed over in this corner, we made 3 foot by 50 foot long. This one in the center is 5 foot by 44 foot long. And then the one in the corner, we stopped it at 30 foot long. It's a 4 by 30. So that's what we're going to have for right now. I've got to figure out now what I want to do. Probably we'll put some vegetables in some bags in front here. Plus I want to build a couple of benches. And then I want to probably do a couple racks on each end of the greenhouse so we can store some stuff and keep some stuff here in the greenhouse. Let's see. What we did, we ended up using, we were going to use 2 by 10s for the boards, but we took the first bed down, let me see, we went 10 inches on the first one, and then I saw how much material we were using. We couldn't use any of this dirt. There's a lot of rocks and there's even some glass in this stuff. So instead of using it, I just went back completely with the Miracle Grow garden soil, mixed it in with some black cow, and we bought loads out of the Miracle Grow. So we ended up this morning getting some of the jungle growth and finished up with jungle growth and the black cow. So anyway, that's what we did. And guys, well, I was going to do, like I said, the 2 by 10s for the sideboards here. But what we ended up doing after I saw much material, I went back to and started using 2 by 6s. So that one's 10 inches deep with 2 by 6. This one, we went ahead and cut it back to 8 inches with 2 by 6. And that one is 8 inches deep with 2 by 6. So you had 8 inches of existing we took out, and then another 5.5 to 6 inches with our 2 by 6s that we used. And then we put stakes at the end of each 10-foot run with our 2 by 6s, and then you can see we put rebar in behind it, drove in behind it, so that'll keep the board from moving this way, and then the soil will keep it contained on the inside. So that's what we've done. And let's see, it got cold here last night, and actually the night before it was 34, night before last. And these are the tomatoes that we had growing that came up volunteers out of our compost pile. They're probably 3.5 foot tall, maybe 4. So we've got them covered up. Last night we had a 27, so that's when we covered these things up. And I took the comforter off of them, and they've just got some sheets on them now. And tonight we'll put the comforter back on. It's supposed to get into the high 30s tonight, so I'm going to cover them one more night, and then we're done. Our shade cloth, we're going to run that in just a few minutes on this side of the building. Hopefully Billy will be here tomorrow. We'll get our doors hung and our last curtain on. Yeah, that's going to pretty much wind the outside up, except for the ends. If you could see that end, how wrinkled that plastic turned out. And we didn't know. What we did was made one run all the way the length of the greenhouse and then brought it on over. And after we did it, I looked at it and told Bill, I said, what the heck is up with that? He said, man, you guys didn't know. He said, but you've got to start on the ends. Go ahead and snap lock your top in, and then come back and start from the bottom on your archway, and go ahead and then pull it up and then cut it and trim it, and then it'll look tight and it'll be straight for you. So we're going to do that tomorrow as well, if Billy comes. And let's see, again, about 500 bags of this stuff, guys. I like to have had a hissy. And let me show you this right here. It's the Jungle Growth Flower and Vegetable Professional Mix, and it's saying right down there, saving the gorillas. I guess part of the money goes to saving the gorillas. So let me give y'all a heads up. They need to change these bags, because y'all ain't going to save the gorillas if you go get some of it now, because what we've paid for this stuff, I've already saved the darn gorillas. So they need to move on to something else. The gorillas are saved, I grant you. But there's how we ran the other one. We got 50 foot out of it, and we took it all the way because the door is, you know, obviously on the opposite side. Utilizing as much space as we can. And but again, this is it's winding down. This is going to be nice. Well, I tell you, I can't wait. Can't wait. So I almost set some seeds the other night, and we're going to start some in the house, but I'm going to start some here in the beds as well. But I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't see this cold front coming and getting this cold. So, but anyway, that's what we're doing. And there's Corey and Elmo. They're just coming back from They put some mineral out to the cows, and they had a little bit of dirt of this existing stuff that this pad's sitting on that they've just dumped as well. So anyway, guys, it's coming along. Still slow but sure, but we're fixing to be setting some plants out. And probably some of those tomatoes I will go ahead and put in these beds just to try and see how the beds do. The rest of them I'll probably keep in those 5-gallon buckets and just roll them off in those. It should be plenty. If not, I'll set them. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We will probably, one other thing we may do is, you can see how high the fiberglass is on the sides. We may cut the ends down that much as well, and then put plastic to give us a little more sun. Billy was talking about painting it, and I got to thinking about it, and if we do paint this plastic, we're going to paint it the color of the house, so everything's blending in. But after thinking about it, if I do paint it, there's going to be no sunlight getting through. So I thought, you know what, let's just cut that down some and get a little bit of time, and then we'll have plastic on the ends as well. But again, guys, there it is. You can see what we got. This stuff really ought to do well. So I can't wait to try it. And we've got a little cherry tomato in there that's making to beat the band now. So every afternoon I'll get me a cherry tomato or two. And then these other plants that volunteered, they're really coming on. They got quite a few tomatoes on them too. So we'll be eating some tomatoes here pretty quick. But anyway, that's it, and that's what we've done, and that's where we're at so far, and we appreciate you guys watching. And again, I apologize. We just have not had the time lately to go ahead and check out some of you guys' videos, but I will get back to it. There's just a ton of stuff going on. I mean, a ton of stuff. We're getting busy work-wise. I'm trying to utilize marketing them as much here as I can. Where we can go ahead, and Debbie and I can start getting some of this stuff in the ground, and Debbie can't wait. She's fired up, waiting on it too. So anyway, here comes the cows. Cheyenne's making sure they're not getting around the fence. But there's the new baby. I'll show you this last new baby we've got. There's some of the babies there. There's 3 of them. The one in front's Runt, his mama's Granny, and she throws us a calf every time, but Granny's like me, she's just getting old. I'm surprised she's still throwing us one, but there's a new one. He's running across there now, and there he goes. See him? He's shooting across there. I thought he'd come back on this other side. He's walking there beside Runt. So anyway, but that's the cows. Are headed to get them a drink. And other than that, well, guys, again, like I said, I apologize. We've just been so busy, and but it's actually a good thing, huh? All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for watching. You guys take care, and God bless every one of you. Okay, later on.